Hey everyone, happy Friday. This is Reviews on the Record, where we talk about a book that I've read from one of my book clubs. We chat about how it's connected to some of the vinyl from my collection, and I pose a community question. This week we are looking at The Measure by Nikki Erlich. If you have not read this book, please add it to your TBR. It is by far one of my top 20 books and is a great book club book because my book club had people that didn't even read the book, but we gave them the premise and we had really meaningful discussion about it. So it's really set where everybody wakes up one day and they come out to their doorsteps, no matter where they are, if they're housed, if they're unhoused, anywhere in the world, and they get a box that has a piece of string in it. And people at first think it's some prank that went, too far that somebody did, and there's all this speculation about it. But very quickly, they start to realize and learn through different accounts and scientists that the size of the string in your box corresponds to the length of your life. So it won't tell you how you're going to die. And at first, they don't know the exact age you're going to die, but it will show you the length of your life. And because of this, and that it's happening on a worldwide scale, this starts to change a lot of things, whether it's policies, relationships, the workforce. It really impacts everything in the world. And you follow a lot of different people and their experiences and their choices when it comes to what their string says. So in some cases, it ends relationships because some people want to grow old with their partner and the idea of burying them young is too much and it breaks up relationships. For other people, it brings them together because they start going to support groups or really uniting with this idea of supporting one another, knowing that they may have either a long life or a short life. And this also, of course, comes into play with politics. This was something that hit really hard. The American president that is in the book is very deliberate about ostracizing and making claims against short string people. And I think that has a lot of parallels to our world right now. And that storyline is very good and also very tough to read through. I really felt that Cold War Kids Blame, that song really resonated with me. That song is about toxic masculinity. It's about blaming somebody else for things that are going on in your world, in your relationship. And I think this book is a lot about that. So whether it's blaming yourself for choices that maybe made your short string or your long string, blaming the society for not supporting one of those groups, but there's a lot of blame in the book and not a lot of accountability. And some of that I think really resonated with me with both the song and the book. Overall, this is a 5 out of 5 read for me. This is the third time I've read it. So it just, every time I pick it up, I always take something a little more from it. The first time I read it was right when it came out, and this was during the pandemic. And so that hit me a little different. The second time I read it was maybe 2 years ago. And then this third time I've read it, every single time I get something a little bit different from each reading. So I definitely top 20 book ever. Love this book. In terms of the character development, even the characters you hate, you appreciate the detail and the development of them and their storyline. There is a lot of jumping around in stories, so you do have to remember who's who and how they're connected. But each of their storylines are beautifully written and interconnected in a way that I think really resonated with me. Spice level, I would say maybe 1, 2 out of 5. Not a whole bunch of spice. There is some relationship stuff that goes on, but nothing too spicy. Overall, I can't recommend this book enough. And I guess for me, the main community question is if you would open your box or not, and would that change your life? We had this discussion with my group of book club folks, and the majority of us said yes, that we would open up our box because we'd want to know. But somebody had a really good point in saying that right now we don't know what our boxes would say, right? None of us know. And how we live our life now should really reflect how we want to live our life for the rest of our lives. So I would love to hear what you think. Would you open your box? How would that maybe impact your life? I know that if I had a short string, I would want to see the rest of the world since travel is really important to me. But I'd love to hear what you think. So please share your comments, like this, follow me on all socials, and I'll see you next week.